Hey everyone, this is a follow-up. This is the vlog for the meeting after the meeting. I just finished up with another call for our Monday night owner forum, Monday night kickoff call. It was a great call. We had a lot of fun. And I know, I always say they're great calls, but they're always great calls. But this one was different. We actually had a special guest. We had Jeff Lerman, who's an attorney out of California. And Jeff Lerman is a transactional attorney, is a litigator. And what we talked about today had to do with joint venture partnerships and how to avoid securities laws by doing a joint venture. And, you know, you might think to yourself, well, I thought if I'm raising private money, I've got to be doing, PPMs and subscription agreements and determining whether they're accredited investors or sophisticated investors and all that type of stuff. But what Jeff got into was the fact that if you're doing a joint venture partnership, you do not have to comply with securities laws. And here is the one rule. The rule that distinguishes whether you need to go sit with a securities attorney and spend thousands of dollars for documents to be drafted on your deal, or whether you do a joint venture partnership. And the one rule is this: active versus passive. In order for a joint venture partnership to work and comply with the law, all joint venture partners must be active in the deal. Active in the deal. Okay, that's what you have to do to comply. If you're doing if you're offering securities, the distinction is that your investors who come into it are passive. They can't be active. They can't be active. If they're passive, then you must comply with the securities laws, and that's the key difference. And so Jeff and I are going to be doing a webinar coming up for anyone, open to the entire world. It's coming up at some point. You can actually see when this vlog posts. We tend to post our webinars afterwards. So this webinar that he and I are going to be doing will be following on the heels of this particular vlog, but it is going to be talking about exactly that. How do you get them to comply with securities laws? How do you get them to comply with the joint venture partnerships and avoid the securities laws? Because I'm telling you guys, if anyone knows my story personally, you know how the SEC, those boys don't play fair, and they don't even comply with the law. So you don't want to be in that situation. If anybody wants to find out my story, I think you can do a Google search on "sandbagged by the SEC." And I think that's going to pop up my story. So you can read more about it and find out what those did to me and my family. So good call, owner forum. Great group. We did not do our typical type of call where we talk about deals, we talk about what other people were doing, because we had Jeff on for the whole hour, and he was able to educate us on joint venture partnerships and how they work. And one of the coolest things he talked about, which I thought was very interesting, because I know this is so important, is that the joint venture partnerships can help resolve partnership issues before they begin. And that's definitely something we're going to be talking about on the webinar. And if anyone also knows my story, the whole reason why I got into this whole issue with the SEC was because of a rogue partner who was out there doing stuff that we didn't even know he was doing, and it ended up just devastating us financially. So, that's definitely something that you want to pick up on in the webinar. That's something that we talked about all during the owner forum Monday night kickoff call, and it was a fantastic call, and the students learned a ton. So I am looking forward to hopefully someday having you in my owner forum. And also make sure you check out my summer schedule, where I will be speaking around the country, teaching my How to Own 1,000 Apartments in 5 years class. And so would love to have you at any of those seminars. If you want me to come to your town, if it's one of the towns that I haven't put on my list yet, just shoot me an email and let Deb or me know, and we'll see if we can put you on the schedule. So, all right, that's it. That's it. That's the end of my vlog for the day. It's late in the day. It's a great day. And I will chat with you next time. So until next time, keep studying and make offers. Number one rule. Actually, that's not the number one rule. The number one rule in the owner forum is always remain in control of the deal. But you got to make offers. Otherwise, this is nothing more than a very expensive hobby. See y'all later.